just seemed more confident in yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it was especially because, like, I don't know, you're thrown into this situation where you just have to meet, like, all these different people, but also you have to realize that you have to be on your own a lot, and a lot more comfortable just jumping on a plane and being like, okay, we're going somewhere. We'll figure out details when we get there. I had no plans, no anything. I would just jump on a plane and go.
Does that help you in your improvisation of characters now? The fact that you can just jump on a plane and figure it out as you go? Being a happy tourist in Italy, not understanding that language, would that have been you?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, in Italy, I wasn't concerned. It was actually kind of funny because it didn't really strike me as odd or anything until I got off the plane in Italy and took the bus to Termini Station in the heart of Rome. And I got off the bus and I was at the station and I just went, shit, I don't speak Italian. And English is not the first language of this country. And I'm walking around and nobody is speaking in English. I mean, there are like 7 different languages being spoken, none of it English. And I'm just walking around going, I don't know what I'm doing. And so I had to improvise. Maybe 5 words were exchanged whenever I would do anything. And while it's not some, like, I don't know, people wouldn't really classify it as improvisation, but at the same time, you have to make up some sort of way to communicate with these people. And so the only real way is just by, like, pointing, gesturing, or I would just, like, go and I'd have a Coke, and I'd just hold it up, and they'd be like, say it in Italian, you know, €1.50, and I would just look at them and get out €2 and be like point at the coin, thumbs up, have a confused look on my face, and then just go.
Don't do that in a third world country, by the way.
Well, I'm never gonna do that in a third world country.
Because apparently thumbs up in Iran and so forth is basically giving them the finger.
That's fine. Making a backwards peace sign in England is flipping someone off. Something like that.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
If you go like that to somebody, I mean, yeah, you can just be like,
so all
hey,
these times people, I thought
like,
they were actually asking me for a cigarette and they were...
No, that was...
Actor, big segue here. When you're creating a character and you're in the moment, it then becomes all those details.
Yeah.
So have you now noticed that you pick up those details?
Yes, definitely. Because there are things that I really think about a lot more now, and it's something that I was thinking about the entire time I was over there, was like, you know, I can understand how somebody feels in an environment that they're completely new in. Because the key to acting is not acting. It's living in the moment or whatever. But
in finding those details that you wouldn't see but your character would.
Exactly.
That makes that person come to life. Because
it's like the costume as well really helps me get into things.
So
but
in
I
that
come
case,
out as,
the environment helps get...
Yeah, the environment definitely helps everything. And if the environment doesn't change throughout the show, that's fine, whatever. But like, I don't really know my own creative process with things. I just kind of go with it. Like I never actually think of the play that I'm in if I'm not in the space rehearsing it. If it's like before rehearsal, like we're in the green room waiting for rehearsal to start, yeah, we'll like go back and forth with lines, but it's never in character. It's just trying to get down the lines. And then once you have those lines down, you're free to explore with them. You're free to just take them wherever you want them to go. Which is
basically you've now become an expert of your field, and so now you can
Once you master the language, you can start mastering so many other things, like how the different ways you can say the line. Before I left or after I came back, there's nothing that really signifies to me that this one place is home or that this one thing is my room, because I know that at any given moment it could change. So there's nothing that I necessarily need to bring with me. I mean, when I went abroad, I packed a suitcase, and that was it. Like I had a carry-on that I put my laptop in, and that was it. And then when I went traveling around Europe, I packed a backpack with 3 shirts, some underwear, socks, and a pair of jeans and a pair of shorts. And that was it. And I realized that I could live like that for a very long time. I don't need anything for me to be comfortable in a different place. It's just kind of pick up and go, and then when you get to that place, you make it your own. Not necessarily with like materialistic things or like, I need this picture of this person, or I need this piece of jewelry, or I need this thing that ties me down, because that's what it's doing, is it's tying you down. And so the ability to just go to some place that's completely foreign to you and make it your own, I think is what more people need to kind of do.
So basically, by freeing yourself up in that moment where you only had a certain amount of things, if you replay it back to the theater, you are now freed up to be able to create.
Yeah, it's once
you're not tied to a specific way.
The best part of the creative process is letting go of everything.